The first thing I did after being reborn was grind 250 kilograms of meat and gather my whole family to make meatballs together. I did this because, in the past life, my stepmother had an affair with an unknown man and got pregnant with his child. Since she did not want my father to know about that, she deliberately caused a commotion at the market over the sale of eggs. As a result, she was pushed to the ground during the chaos and lost her baby. When she returned home, she wept pitifully and told my father, if it weren't for Megan insisting we go snatch those discounted eggs, I wouldn't have fallen and lost our precious baby boy. Hastily, I tried to explain, but my fiancé stepped forward and sealed my fate when he yelled, Megan Foster, I'm so disappointed with you. I know you are a greedy woman who likes to take advantage of others, like eating at restaurants without paying, stealing bulk snacks from supermarkets and so on. However, this time, you've gone too far. You caused Auntie to lose her child just for a few eggs. I can't marry someone like you. I'm calling off our engagement. Hearing this, my father flew into a rage. He chased me and slapped me across the face dozens of times. Then, he tied me up and sold me to an old bachelor in the village. I was locked in a pigsty, tormented until I bleeding out and died. Only when I had already died, did I finally learn the truth that the person my fiancé was after actually my stepmother. Our engagement was just an excuse for them to be together. When I opened my eyes again, I was rebirthed on the same day when my stepmother went to the market to get eggs and miscarried. My stepmother's call came in while I was holding my quilt tightly and crying my heart out. Instinctively, I picked up the call. My stepmother, Olivia James's voice, rang out casually from the other end. Megan, it's almost New Year's, so I'm heading out for a walk. I won't be home to cook today. You take care of the housework and make dinner for your dad and grandparents, okay? She spoke as if it was a sure thing. She did not even give me a chance to refuse when she said again, don't say anything to your father about my whereabouts. If he knew where I am, he'll searching for me again and I won't have a room to breathe. Well, that's settled then. Megan, you're my good little girl. When I get back, I'll bring you something tasty. After Olivia stated her intention, she ended the call straight away and then rejected my call. I tried to call her 5 or 7 times, but every time all I got was a busy tone. I suddenly realized that she had blocked me. This made me completely awake and a cold sweat broke out in my rage. I was actually a reborn person. I went back to the day my stepmother would pretend to have a miscarriage over some eggs. In my past life, my stepmother married my father in a hurry because she thought he was a rich man. Only after the wedding did she realize that she married an ordinary old man who did not get any pension. Everything he had shown off to her was actually mine. Although she was not happy, she did not have any other option than to go through with it. On that fateful New Year's Eve, in my past life, my stepmother had called me with the same excuse. She said she wanted some air and asked me to take care of the household. I had agreed and went back to the company as it was a busy day. I did not come home until evening to eat New Year's Eve dinner. However, when I walked in, the house was eerily quiet. In the living room, my stepmother was crying, while my father glared at me with fury in his eyes. Tears streamed down her face as she accused me, Megan, it's all your fault. If you hadn't been greedy and dragged me to that market for those eggs, I wouldn't have been crushed by so many people at the market and lost the baby. I was stunned and scrambled to explain. Mom, what are you talking about? I was at work all day, even working late there. I never went to the market with you. Just as I was about to show my work records as proof, my fiancé stormed over, snatched my phone and smashed it to the ground before stomping on it. His voice was full of disappointment. Mega, this is the last time you let me down. You've always been greedy and shameless, but now you've cost Auntie her child. I won't tolerate you anymore. I'm breaking off our engagement. It was all it took to convince my father. He glared at me and roared, you wretched girl, you've doomed our family by killing my son.